looking out the window today, I see that it's a pretty gray, dreary day. And on days like today, we look out in our world and we think, there's really nothing to be amazed about. The world is dull, it's ordinary, it's not offering us anything special. There's nothing really to be amazed about. But really, the experience of amazement is a choice that we can make on a day-to-day basis. The late, great Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel talked about the experience of radical amazement. That means living in a constant experience of amazement. It's kind of like a childlike state. If you think back to the time when you were a child and everything amazed you, the little ant carrying a crumb down the sidewalk, or the way a snowflake melted on your mitten in the winter, or what happened when you dropped a pebble into a puddle and you watched the ripples spread out across the puddle. Everything was cause for amazement when you were a child. Now as we get older, we look at things like ripples in puddles, or snowflakes on mittens, or ants carrying crumbs, and we think we've seen it all before. But if something holds the possibility of amazement for us, the amazement doesn't fade within the thing itself. The amazement is fading within us. And we can reignite or trigger this experience of amazement for ourselves every single day. Now let's take, for example, the experience of birth. We often talk about the miracle of birth and the miracle of the formation of a new life, and a new life coming into the world. And then the child grows up and they get to be a toddler, and then a grade school kid, and then they get into adolescence, and we just go through our day-to-day lives with our kids and we cease to experience them as miracles. But the fact is the child any less miraculous now than it was the moment it was born? Life is miraculous, but we cease to see it that way. So we need to open our eyes. Every day the sun comes up and we rub our eyes and we look out the window and we fail to see the miracle of a sunrise. Imagine if the opposite were true. Imagine that one day the sun didn't come up and there was darkness for a day or 2 days or a week. And then suddenly the sun came up again. You would definitely feel, wow, the sunrise is a miracle. How amazing that the sun came up again. But the sunrise is a miracle every morning. Think about your health. Think about when your health fades and how amazed you are at the state of healthy living when your body returns to health. But your health is available right now. Are you experiencing amazement at your health? Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh tells a story to us to illustrate this principle. He says, imagine that you wake up early in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, with a terrible toothache. And you know that the dentist's office doesn't open until 9 o'clock in the morning. And so you're forced to live with this toothache for hour after hour. And you just think, oh, if only this toothache would go away. To not have a toothache would be the most wonderful thing. And then he replies that, well, right now, you're not having a toothache, but you're not happy about it. Isn't not having a toothache an amazing experience? So we need to really look at all of these things that can offer us amazement during the day. This little plant is a seedling, and the other day it dropped its leaves and it grew about 2 inches, and the next day another 2, and then it started to sprout leaves. What a remarkable thing to happen, that this plant derives energy from water and soil and grows in such a way. It's a miracle. It really is. So why is it so important for us to experience the world as amazing? Well, if you think about it, it's hard to feel anger and frustration and amazement at the same time. When we're engaged with amazement, we let go of all of the petty things that tend to irritate us and annoy us and make us feel like life is such a burden. When was the last time, for example, you looked out at a beautiful sunset and saw all of these colors arrayed before you like a grand painting, like a beautiful masterpiece, and thought, I really have so many dust bunnies under my bed? When was the last time you saw the first snowfall of winter gently landing in your yard, and the whisper and the sound of that snow falling, and thought, ugh, I have really got to get to bill paying? We don't have those thoughts because in the moment of amazement, we see the world for what it truly is, which is miraculous. And we can experience amazement anytime. We can experience while we're standing in line at the bank. We can experience amazement while we're doing dishes at the sink. We can experience amazement while we're sitting at our desk at work. Amazement is there for us because it's really about our internal willingness to see the world as miraculous. I hope you have a really wonderful day. I hope as you look out into your world, you begin to see miracles everywhere and feel the blessing of radical amazement.